Hello, today I just wanted to talk to you, if you guys are having trouble with any redstone stuff, I wanted to help you. So, let me just show you what I've done here. I've set up a few redstone contraptions, shall I say, and I want to show you how they work, and I want to give you a little bit of knowledge of redstone. And if you're new to Minecraft, just tell you how it works. Now, I'm going to be getting some more things out, like buttons and pressure plates. So, here. So, the first thing is that when you apply power to torches, they will turn off, which is weird. So yeah, as you can see, they turn off. Now, I'm going to show you that over here. So, when you apply the power over here, they turn off. When you turn the power off, then this redstone turns black or brown or whatever, this torch turns on. Now, if you are still using, here, 1 second. If you happen to be one of those poor people that don't want to update your Minecraft and you're still in alpha for some reason, I don't know anyone that would do that. But, yeah, you're not going to have these. They're repeaters, and basically, let's say your redstone's been going for more than 12 blocks, because I think that's about as far as they can go. Then you place one of these here, and it'll repower the redstone, and it'll shoot it off. And there's another cool thing that you can do is when it reaches here, you can tick it, and then when it reaches here, it'll wait for a couple seconds. So if you have it on all the way, it'll wait for about 4 seconds, and then it'll pass through. If you don't have it any ticks, it'll just go and it'll pass right through. But if you have it on one tick, it'll go and then when you have it on 2 ticks, it'll go do. Then when you have it on 4, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll pass through. And then sometimes I just like to use a bunch of them so I can have a huge delay. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Oh my gosh, Darby, get out of here. Sorry, I have a little bother in my room right now, and I don't want her in here, but yeah, I'll just have to deal with it. Now, here's a few little redstone contraptions that you can do. So, this first one is when you apply power here, this torch will turn off. But it will still not turn the power off here, because this torch is going to be powering this redstone, which will be powering this torch, and we'll turn it off so redstone will not be passing through. Now you're probably wondering why this torch is not turning off, but here, I'll show you why. Just because you apply power to it doesn't mean anything. You have to apply power to it in a certain way. So if you apply power to a torch right here, it's still not going to turn off. But if you apply power to a torch this way, so let me grab a torch. If you apply power to a torch this way, then it will turn off. You have to be applying power to a block with a redstone torch on it for it to turn off. Now, that's why this one wasn't already turned off. So then this is going to be powered, and no redstone is going to be passing through. But when you turn this on, when you turn both of these switches on, it creates one output. That's called an AND gate. Now, this is actually a real circuit, a type of transistor. 1 second. It's actually a real circuit. Sorry for my pausing, my little bother keeps on bothering me. But yeah, it's actually a real type of circuit. It's type of transistor, and it's called a logic gate. And when 2 currents are passing through, when 2 inputs are through, 1 input is out, and that's the kind of circuit they use in a CPU. And actually, here, let me show you an example. Over here is my CPU, my 8-bit redstone CPU that I have not showed you before. And so, basically, over here you can see a bunch of AND gates, and they're all being powered. or this is all of these torches are being powered, so they're all off, but when I turn 2 inputs on, then those 2 torches will turn off and the output will be turned on, therefore having one output, which is the one number that is the sum or difference of both of your input numbers. So let's go over here, let's turn both of these off, and since I've just shown you this type of gate, now let's show you a inverter. Now, kind of an inverter, I don't know. I learned this on someone's video. I'm not even quite sure that they're qualified to say this is an inverter, but this is basically what I use. This is not an inverter. I would say it's not an inverter. I call it, I think it might be an inverter. I'm just not quite sure. Don't ask me. Don't ask me if this is how you make an inverter. I'm just saying I call this an inverter sometimes, and sometimes I call it a long gate. A long and gate, because as you can see, this is basically how an AND gate works. The power is turned on here. So these here. Let me show you. Oh, I also got a really good enchantment on this. I was like, oh, what? So yeah. Now when these 2 are on, this is on. These are off, which causes this to be on. Now this kind of goes for the same way, except this powers these 2. These torches are both connected right here, and then they're connected all the way down. So then it can still power this torch. Now this is another thing that you can do. If you have redstone being powered on a block that has redstone torch. Oh my gosh. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Never mind. 1 second. Okay. Basically, what happens is this power is powering this torch, and another way to make the torch turn off is to have a torch here, redstone, oh my god, lag, redstone, 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 and then we're gonna use a button in this case, I guess, because, and then it'll still affect the redstone torch even if it's on top. Now, buttons don't offer the same long pulse, but also, if you have a pressure plate, it'll only stay on as long as you're standing on it. So, yeah. Then, I just wanted to show you that too, and show you that when you apply power to the block above the redstone, then it'll turn the torch off. It'll still affect the torch. That's basically what I did for the subtraction lines over here, which I will show you in my 8-bit redstone CPU over here. I'm using that same design, just kind of in a different form. So yeah. Another thing that I can show you, I don't know if I already shown you this, but if you still have alpha, or if you don't know how to make a repeater in survival, which I don't even know how to make a repeater in survival, sadly. I'm not going to show you because I don't know how. You can apply power to one of these blocks and it'll turn this torch off, which then will leave this torch on. So basically, if you have this power off, it'll leave this torch on, which will have this power off. And it'll basically recirculate power, and it'll like kind of take the power's place and kind of refresh it, so it'll keep on going. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, I don't know the exact words that could describe this, but that's how you make it. That's how you make one in survival if you have no idea, like me, how to make a repeater in survival. And yeah.